Course content, creativity, and clear communication. These were the essential ingredients for creating the perfect video series. But we accidentally overlooked one crucial detail: Mercury retrograde. And so, the Mercury Retrograde Series was born, designed to help you slow down, flow with the cosmic chaos, release outside noise, and quiet the inner chatter. Hey there, my name is Liza, and welcome back to your sacred space if you have practiced with me before, and welcome to your sacred space if you are new here. I have never done this intro before. I've never done a class like this before. This is all very new to me because a sound cable wire broke. We were creating content for you guys in this cool space that we rented just for a project that is coming to you very soon. So I wanted to give up. I wanted to just say, you know what, that's it. Like, of course, this happens during the middle of a Mercury retrograde. But the point of Mercury retrograde is to go backwards so we can move forwards in astrology. So my husband inspired me and he was like, no, let's not give up. Let's try something new. Let's record everything and do a voiceover. So from this, the Mercury Retrograde series was born. And I really hope it serves you to use Mercury retrograde to allow yourself to try something new, think outside the box. So with that, let's go ahead and dive on in, taking a nice big deep inhale into the body and exhale, sighing out, letting on go, breathing naturally. To think of this quote, the bamboo that bends is stronger than the oak tree that resists. And that's what Mercury retrograde challenges us to do. It challenges us to be the bamboo, to adapt, to align, to slow down. So with that, go ahead, set an intention for yourself for this practice. And with that intention set, take a nice big deep inhale. Sweep the arms out to the side, reaching the arms and fingertips up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Bring the palms of the hands together and then sending thumbs connecting to the heart. Let's do that again. Taking a nice big deep inhale, sweeping the hands on up, breathing on in, reaching fingertips on up to touch. And then exhale, go ahead, send the hands to prayer, thumbs connecting to the heart space. Let's aim for 5 more breath cycles, breathing on in. Exhale, drawing thumb to heart space. Inhale, thinking of your intention, moving at your own pace and any pace that feels really good for you. And then exhale, drawing that intention to the heart. 3 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing in. And sighing out. Last time. From here, go ahead, ground down through the right fingertips of your hand, and then go ahead, inhale, sweep the left arm up and over, taking a gentle side bend, breathing into the left side of your body until eventually you go ahead and you release the left fingertips on down towards the heart space, walking the hands slowly all the way to center, taking a gentle forward fold. Big deep breath in. And exhale, sighing out, letting go. From here, walking the hands over to your left and then grounding down through the left fingertips and inhaling, sweeping that right hand up and over, feeling a nice stretch on the right side of the body as you breathe in. Sigh out, release, let go, maybe even gazing forward or gazing down towards the yoga mat, especially if the neck hurts. When you're ready, slowly move back to center. Inhale, sweep the arms up out to the side, allowing the fingertips to touch. And then exhale, go ahead, twist on over to the right, sending the left hand to the right knee as the right hand comes behind you. Inhaling to lengthen. And exhaling to twist a little bit deeper, gazing over the horizon of that right shoulder. And from here, inhale, sweeping both arms up towards the ceiling, bringing fingertips to touch. Inhale. And exhale, twist on over to your left, bringing right hand to the left knee as the left hand comes behind you. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to twist a little deeper. From here, inhale, sweep both hands up towards the ceiling. Once more, fingertips may come to touch, palms come together, thumbs connect down to heart space. Taking a nice big deep breath in. Exhale, realigning with your intention, realigning with the energy of adapting and aligning. Releasing your Anjali Mudra, your prayer hands, and let's go ahead and come on to the hands and knees for tabletop position. Go ahead, ground down through the fingertips and the base of the knuckles as you send the knees directly underneath the hips, curling the toes under. And from here, take a nice big deep inhale. And on exhale, tilt the pelvis forward and down. Send the belly on towards the yoga mat, the earth, and roll the gaze forward and up. Exhale, bring the tops of the feet to the floor. Round in the upper back, chin comes towards the chest. Taking a nice big deep inhale, curling the toes under, sending the belly on down, rolling the gaze forward and up. Exhaling, tops of the feet to the floor, press into the hands, round and upper back, chin comes towards the chest, and just continue at your own pace, moving in any way that feels really good to you. For about 3 more breath cycles, inhaling belly down into your cow pose. Exhale, curling tailbone under, rounding an upper back, chin comes towards the chest for cat. From here, begin to invite in some creative movements by tracing circles onto the yoga mat with the pelvis in one direction, tracing big circles, getting into the hips, the lower back, slowing things on down, inhaling. And exhale, pretending there's a paintbrush at the edge of the tailbone and taking it in the opposite direction. And from here, go ahead, bring the knees as wide as the yoga mat. Come to sit onto the heels of the feet and bow on down in child's pose. Taking a nice big deep inhale here. Exhale, sigh out, slow down. And that's the key theme for Mercury Retrograde, is to just slow down, adapt, and align. And from here, we're going to come on to the hands and knees, and I'm going to create a little padding For my knee, it's optional. I'm just going to go ahead and fold my yoga mat in half so I can rest my left knee on top of the folded part, and then shoulder comes over that left wrist, and I'm going to stack my right hip over my left knee and make sure that that left leg is out like a kickstand. That right foot is pivoted on down, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my core to lift that right foot all the way on up in a supported Vashisthasana, a supported side plank. If you fall, it's all good. The key is to really engage your core, drawing the navel on in as you reach the left fingertips up nice and high. I'm sporting a little Jnana Mudra with my right hand, bring my first finger and thumb together. If you want, you can gaze up. If not, you can go ahead and gaze down, but releasing the pose and taking it into the opposite side. Go ahead, ground down through right fingertips, send the right knee to center, pivot the left foot on down, and then go ahead, stack the left hip over the right hip, reaching the left hand on up, and see if you can lift that left foot on up as well. The right foot is out like a kickstand. We're engaging the core. Hold with me, breathing in. Sighing out for one more breath cycle. Inhale. And exhale, begin to release this variation of side plank. Go ahead, bring that left foot on down, and we're going to walk the hands to the side of the mat. And can you place left hand onto left leg as you send the right hand up and over? And then use your obliques to send the right hand on down as you send the left arm up and over. Inhaling, left hand comes on down, right hand comes up and over. And exhale, bring the right hand on down, left hand comes up and over. Moving at your own pace, breathing in. And sighing on out. And from here, go ahead and switch. Bring the left knee on down, extending the right hand on out. Left hand comes on out. Inhale, reaching the right arm up and over, using your obliques and sending the right hand to the right leg as you reach the left arm up and over. Breathing in and exhaling out. Inhaling and exhale. Big deep inhale. Gentle exhale. And from here, go ahead, release. Bring both knees on down, but an easier way to come out is just placing the hand on down, both hands on down, and coming back to tabletop. Making your way to the front of the yoga mat. Into the hands and feet, lifting the hips up nice and high in your first downward facing dog. So I just realized that I got really hot. So I took off my cozy sweater and I'm just gonna practice the rest of the time in my sportswear. So this is a good reminder to breathe, to drink some water, to hold your downward dog, or to take a child's pose whenever you need it. With that, come join me in downward facing dog. Take a nice big deep inhale. And exhale, begin to pedal out the legs, bending through one leg, reaching through the opposite heel, bending right leg, then left, really pressing through the hands, lifting the hips up nice and high as you bend and straighten, bend and straighten. And from here, we're going to go into plank waves, coming up onto the tippy toes and sending shoulders over the wrist, walking the feet on out for plank. Inhale. And on exhale, press the hips up and back, coming into downward facing dog. And just continue for about 2 more breath cycles, breathing in and exhaling out. You can continue with this movement, or you can release the knees on down and then see if you can scoop the heart up through the hands like in the cow pose and coming into a variation of upward dog. And from here, maybe you can come to sit into child's pose and play around with that kind of creative movement, sending and scooping the heart through the gateway of the arms, gazing on up. And exhale, go ahead, come to sit in child's pose and moving again at your own pace. Again, Mercury retrograde is about allowing yourself to move at your own pace, to not get frustrated, to allow yourself to go with your own flow. If you need to slow down, slow down. Maybe you can lift the knees off the yoga mat and come back into downward facing dog. From here, send the left foot to center and then see if you can inhale the right foot all the way on up, bending the right knee, stacking that right knee over the right hip. And then can you draw the right knee on in towards the heart space like you're going to step it through the hands. If that's challenging, take a hold of the ankle, help it on forward. And see if you can pivot the left foot onto the mat, rising on up into a warrior two. Reaching that right hand forward as the left hand reaches on back. When you're ready, bending on into the right knee, tracing it towards the pinky toe, and then flip that right hand up and over like that side stretch as the left hand comes on down. And then send the right forearm to the left leg as you reach the left arm up and over. We're going to hold in this extended side angle. If you wish to go deeper, go ahead, grab a block or place that right hand to the inside of that right foot, or ground down through the block or through the hand, extending that left arm all the way on up towards the sky. If you want to explore a deeper variation of this pose, you can really work your right shoulder underneath your right leg and take a bind. So you can bring the block on a lower height, work the right arm underneath the right leg, interlace the fingers. This is a challenging one, so again, adapt and align. If this is not your pose, stay in one of the previous poses, releasing whenever you are ready. Go ahead, take a nice big deep inhale. And on exhale, go ahead, take a hold of blocks or just place fingertips to frame that right foot. Turn the left toes to face center. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Breathe into that right leg. Holding here for about 3 long breath cycles. From here, grounding down through the left hand, sweep the right hand on up, hopping up onto the ball of that left foot and take a twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist to the inside of that front right leg and your revolve triangle pose. You are doing absolutely amazing if you're sticking with me thus far. Gaze down and see if you can release both hands on down and step the left foot to meet the right. You can remove your blocks if you're playing with them. Go ahead, bring the big toes together. Slight separation between the heels. Bend the knees, inhaling. And exhale, straighten the legs, come into forward fold, Uttanasana. Breathing and bending in the knees, gazing forward. And exhale, go ahead, straighten the legs, fold forward. Breathing in. And exhale, sighing out. Last bend, breathing on in, bending the knees, and exhale, go ahead. See if you can bend on into the knees, ground down through the heels of the feet, and sweep the fingertips forward and up in Utkatasana chair pose, sitting in your imaginary chair. Taking a nice big deep inhale, bending on into the knees. And exhale, begin to straighten the legs, reaching the hands on up to touch, taking a gentle baby back bend. From here, see if you can interlace fingers behind you, bringing feet hips distance apart. And I want you to go ahead and see if you can bring the fingers, maybe the palms touch, maybe the palms don't. Reach the knuckles of the arms on down, sending the hips forward. And exhale, go ahead, fold forward with the interlace of the hands. Breathing in this variation of forward fold, maybe bending the knees, maybe swaying the shoulders from side to side, whatever feels best for your body at this present moment, adapting and aligning to what you need most. Inhale here and exhale, release the hands on down. From this point, go ahead, come deeper into your forward fold, maybe walking the feet closer together, taking a hold of the ankles, sending the sit bones up nice and high as you reach the crown of the head on down towards the yoga mat. Big deep inhale. And exhale, release the hands and step back into your plank pose, releasing the knees on down, playing around with the child's pose. 2 supported upward dogs, sending the hips forward, opening up and pressing to the hands, opening up in the heart, moving at your own pace, inhaling and exhaling, really tuning on in and trusting your body in this movement. And feel free to stay in supported puppy pose or allow yourself to curl the toes under, lift the knees for full upward dog, maybe bring the tops of the feet to the floor. My husband made me laugh. He was like, oh, when he saw the tops of the feet. So you don't have to. This is a very intense core-centric pose. But go ahead, come meet me in downward facing dog wherever you are at. Walk out the feet. He made me laugh when he made that sound, and it's fun to communicate with him with no sound as well. Taking a nice big deep breath in. And exhale, really begin to pedal out the legs, bending through one leg, reaching through opposite heel when you are ready. Grounding down through the fingertips, really pressing the hips up nice and high, getting deep into the hips and the hamstring as we prepare to move into the opposite side of this sequence. Bending through one leg, reaching through opposite heel, taking a nice big deep inhale. And on exhale, send the right foot to center, lift the left foot on up, bend the left knee. And then from here, go ahead, see if you can draw that left knee on in towards the center, towards, or that left foot right in between the hands. Help it forward if you need to. Go ahead, pivot the right foot on down and windmill the arms into warrior 2. So really grounding down, bending on in to that left knee, opening up in the heart space, making sure that there's that left heel arch connection, really bending on in, reaching the left hand forward, and then flip the left hand, bring it up and back into your reverse triangle or peaceful warrior, your choice. Sending the left arm on down, reaching the right hand on up in an extended side angle. And then eventually we're going to work this extended side angle. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can take a hold of our block, or maybe just release that left hand to the inside of the left foot. Remember, you can choose to stay in any position that feels good for you, that feels right. If you want to work it even lower, you can lower your block to a lower height. Or again, you can work that left shoulder underneath the knee. It really is your choice. But what I want you to remember here is if you can really reach and extend, opening up in the heart space, using your core with every exhale, we open on up, we hug the inner thighs in towards one another. And eventually we release. Go ahead, hop on or bring that right foot a little bit closer, closing the distance between the feet. Send the right toes to face somewhat forward, left toes to face forward as well, framing the left foot, bowing on down in your pyramid pose. Inhaling, lengthening through the spine, and exhale, fold a little bit deeper, getting into that left hamstring. So take a nice big deep inhale, and on exhale, we're going to go ahead and go into Utkatasana. So step the right foot to meet the left in forward fold, bend the knees, sweep the fingertips forward and up in Utkatasana. From here, we have the option of interlacing fingers. First finger and thumb are free. In Kali Mudra, releasing the ego. Then go ahead, inhale, press into the feet, reach the hands up and back in a baby back bend, and exhale, swan dive all the way on down. Step back into plank pose when you're ready. And go ahead, release the knees on down. Maybe we just lower the heart and scoop on through to baby cobra. Maybe we come into our supported upward dog with the knees down, or maybe we come into full upward dog. Your choice. Choose, adapt, align. When you are ready, go ahead, bring the knees as wide as the yoga mat and take a well-deserved child's pose. Breathing in and exhaling out. Remembering the quote, the bamboo that bends is stronger than the oak that resists. May you honor this practice by bending and not trying to control or resist. Allowing yourself to go with the flow and to use the obstacles as opportunities. Taking a nice big deep inhale, see if you can come to sit onto the heels of the feet and then gently sweep the legs in front. We're going to go into Janu Shirshasana, forward fold, but one-legged forward fold. So go ahead, see if you can bring the right foot to the inside of that left thigh. You can even use a block. I'm going to take a block on this one. Bring it to the left foot, allowing the right knee to be nice and open. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold. But if that doesn't feel good on the foot, you can always bring that block to support that right elbow. Feel your hips nice and square in this present moment. Maybe you can use it to rest your forehead upon it. But I realized I needed 2 blocks, so there we go. One block to support the other. Adapting and aligning. And just come inside, come inward, letting the rest of the world go. From here, inhale to rise all the way on up, removing any blocks. And exhale, go ahead, bring the feet nice and wide in a wide-legged forward fold, Parasita Padvastanasana. You can use the position for your head, or you can bring your blocks down to support your forearms. But this is all about coming inward, and the retrograde represents the inward theme. So Venus retrograde, the inward, the past. Mercury retrograde, the inner dialogue, the inner world. When it comes to connecting with others, connecting with yourself, slowing down. So forward folds are all about coming inward, aligning, adapting. From here, grounding down through the right hand on the right leg, reaching the left arm up and over, bending up and over to the right. Inhale. And exhale, left hand to the left leg, bending up and over to the left. Breathing in through center, bending up and over to the right. And inhale, bending up and over to the left. And just continue at your own pace. Taking it into the opposite side. See if you could go ahead and bend that left knee and send it to the inside of the right leg. Accidentally did the same side. So just make sure that you are doing the opposite side. That you know, I trust you. You got this. And when you are ready, release and come into regular forward fold, bringing the legs together, gently taking hold of the feet or maybe the ankles or behind the knees. I always like to bend my knees to support my lower back. And I'm laughing here because our neighbors who are renting next door are making funny noises. This is a photo studio, and sometimes photographers do things to get a reaction out of their subjects. With that, inhale the arms on up, come to your seated position, and let's go ahead and lie on down. From here, hug the right knee in towards the chest, trace circles with the knee. And take a nice big deep inhale, really open up in the right knee, opening it up to the right. And then exhale, sending the right knee over to the left and then opening up in that right shoulder, in that heart space. Hugging that right knee back in, giving yourself a gentle hug, and taking it into the opposite side, hugging the left knee on in and tracing circles. And then see if you can open the left knee on up to the left side, getting a nice stretch in the left hip flexor muscle, allowing gravity to work with this stretch. And then send that left knee over to the right side, opening up in the left shoulder. Breathing in. And exhaling out. And from here, hugging the left knee back in towards the chest. Tracing circles, moving in anywhere that feels good. And get ready to release it all the way on down for Shavasana. Allowing yourself to just be here. Repeating the quote, "The bamboo that bends is stronger than the oak that resists." Being adaptive in yoga, trying new things, working with the boundaries of the present moment, that is when you are truly living. When you are truly allowing yourself to be in the flow. And flow doesn't mean everything is easy all the time. Flow means going with the mood, the current, whether that current is stronger today or a little bit more flowy and soft and gentle. So take a nice big deep inhale into the body. And exhale, really letting everything else go. And coming on in to the present moment. You can stay here for as long as you wish in this Shavasana. But if you wish to close the practice with me, begin to wiggle fingers, toes, deepen the breath. And when you are ready, roll onto your side, taking a moment to really thank yourself for all that you do, for all that you are. I remember it feeling so good just to practice. So thank you for joining me in a practice that is truly ours. And sharing this with you, we're kind of letting you into my world, and I hope it serves you. With that, come to press on up to your seated position whenever you are ready. And from here, taking a moment to inhale the arms on up, reaching the hands on up. Bring the hands to forehead, to lips, to heart space. I thank you so much for joining me, my friend. Om Shanti Shanti Peace. Namaste. Thank you again for practicing with me. Let me know how the practice went for you, and I will see you next time.